Imagine a job that bridges the gap between wanderlust and professionalism, where your office is the vast expanse of the sky, and your daily encounters include people from all walks of life. It's a role that goes beyond just serving food and drinks, It's ensuring the comfort and safety and satisfaction of every passenger that steps onto an aircraft. I'm talking about the world of the steward and the stewardess lah, right? So welcome to another episode of Find the Real, where I believe everyone has a story. Doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter what you do for a living. I believe everyone has an interesting story, and my role is to curate those stories for your entertainment pleasure, and hopefully you get inspired and it makes your life better. Now, this person should be making my life better. I hope after this, hopefully can get discount, So we've got Shona on the show today. What's up, Shona? How are you?
I'm very good, Amil. And yourself?
I'm good as well. Thank you for making it all the way from Nilai to Old Klang Road.
It is my pleasure. Plus, I had no choice. It's all good.
Again, ni macam baksa ni. So thank you for being here today. Today we'll be talking a little bit about your journey as a stewardess. We'll talk about the challenges that you face. We'll talk a little bit about, what's so fun about being a stewardess. And we'll talk about future plans as well. So before we start, let's talk a little bit about your background, how you grew up, where you grew up. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, I grew up all my life. I was born in KL, bred in Petaling Jaya.
PJ for life, yo.
Yes. So I've been there for 22 years of my life in PJ. Prior to that, I was a little bit rebellious. So mom sent me off to a boarding school. Yeah, and then I came back. And once I came back, I forcefully went to college. And that's when I met my husband at that time.
Okay.
I got married and I left.
Okay.
I left my beautiful Petaling Jaya, where everything is nearby you. It's so convenient, and then suddenly you have to leave all of that just to be in some unknown place. And then worse, when you have to leave the country to be in the Middle East. So I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing, right? When you were, living this life, were you somehow rather fascinated or had any interest in traveling or flying?
Actually, I loved traveling.
Okay.
For leisure, yes. But it was never part of the plan to actually do that as a living.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all started off when I came back from the Middle East.
Okay.
I was extremely lost. I didn't know what to do, where to start. So a friend of mine actually introduced me to this new company that they just opened.
Okay.
So he told me, why don't you become a cabin crew here? So that way, you can do what you do best lah, because I was from a PR background before.
Yeah.
So why don't you apply this 36,000 feet up there? I'm like, wow.
So what did you do when you were in this PR industry?
Basically, we had events. So we,
okay.
you're in charge of contacting the media people, the celebrities.
Okay. Press conferences.
Preparing media kits, post media kits, and all of that.
Okay,
so,
got it.
But I was literally married to my job then, so I was like, okay, no more PR for me. And then when this friend of mine said, why don't you take PR to a whole new level? I was like, okay, why not?
Take PR to the sky lah.
Yeah, to the sky terus. Kan? Why not? I mean, it's something I love, so why not?
Got it.
I did it. And I was with that company for a couple of months, but unfortunately that company shut down, so I didn't sustain long there.
Yikes.
Yeah. But then after that, my luck again, I had a friend who was with my current company, AirAsia, but he is no longer there now. He told me, why don't you get in here? And I was like, but I can't. I am very tall, I do not meet the requirements.
So what is this height requirement that we're talking about lah, actually?
About 157 cm for a female. So.
And how tall are you?
I was like 156-ish.
Oh, ish lah. Ish. 156.999 lah.
Yeah, something like that.
Just nice lah.
Yeah, so I wasn't confident enough to join.
Got it.
He was like, no, it's okay. Sometimes we don't look at the height so much. Sometimes we look at your personality, your character, and whatnot.
Oh, so that's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's great news. So guys, if you always thought that height was a potential hindrance, it's more than that.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely, it's your personality, your character, how you carry yourself. Whether you're able to resolve conflicts, a lot of things actually. Especially with other major airlines, right? They look into that. Okay, so I tried, and this guy brought me in, and next thing I know, I'm going for my medical, and then I'm in my academy, getting ready for my classes, and I was like, no, not all over again.
It's college again.
Yes. So it was like a month and a half of intensive classes, and to memorize everything. One would have thought like, oh, being a cabin crew is so easy, just coffee, tea. Me? No? Okay, that kind of thing. But no, it's much, much more.
So that's the thing. What is the much, much more? So again, we started this by saying that, it's a lot more than just serving coffee, tea.
Yeah.
Maybe not the all meal, that one haram. But
Yeah.
it's a little bit more than coffee and tea.
Yeah.
So could you just share with me a little bit, like, what are the other responsibilities that a steward or stewardess needs to look out for in a flight?
Okay, for example, our safety procedures.
Okay.
Safety and emergency procedures. What happens during a crash land? What are we supposed to do? What happens during a ditching? What are we supposed to do?
A ditching? What's that?
Ditching meaning you crash into the sea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
crash land is when you crash on a grounded surface like
Okay.
that. So,
Okay.
we have all that. Then we have, what do you call, during refueling, the do's and don'ts. And
Okay.
what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to, what are you supposed to do in the cabin? So there's so many things you need to do. And then we have, let's see, first aid. What happens if someone passes out in front of you, or is choking, or has a heart attack, or suddenly gives birth in front of you? It's so many things, we have to learn.
Wow.
So we're trained first aiders.
Okay.
At the same time, we have to keep all the other things in mind, which is our safety emergency procedures. Should there be any emergency or whatever. Yeah, so basically that.
So in the 8 years, right? You've been a
about 8
stewardess.
years,
So in the 8 years that you've been a stewardess, right? Any of these first 8 stories happened in front of you before or not?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Could you share with us an example?
The one that is known is the Indian flights. They're very, I
Okay.
don't know whether it's a Z series or what, but it's always for my Indian flights. There is somebody who come in front of me and just faint.
Literally faint. And then what do you do?
And then, of course, we have our steps, precautions our what do you call it? The things that we have to do following our own company SOP. We are not doctors, so we cannot do what the doctors do. We have to do whatever we're trained to do. So if they faint, we're supposed to loosen their tight clothing.
Okay.
Before that, take them to an open space, slightly open space. Of course, it's an aircraft, so everything.
Where's the open space?
There is no outside.
That one, open the door, you go.
Exactly. So we're supposed to take them to a space where it's a bit spacious in the cabin area. Loosen their tight clothing, and then fan them, and then raise their feet up, so that the blood goes.
So there is a little bit of a protocol that you follow just to make sure that prior to a doctor seeing them, they're at least in a more comfortable state. I assume.
That's right.
Okay.
But if there is a doctor on board, then bonus for us. We just need to page for medical personnel, and ta-da, the doctor's there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes there are cases when we do not have doctors on board. So basically, we do all the first aid stuff, and one of it is fainting on the seat, then fainting on the floor. Then we've had a recent case where a passenger, he had a cardiac arrest. Yeah. And we've had a few cases actually of that. And the worst was when someone passed away.
Oh, it's happened before?
Yeah.
Whilst you were on the flight?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, no.
So she had TB, and there was very little that we could do because, it's contagious, right? So we can't really go near her. We can't really perform the CPR.
Oh, no.
So we felt really bad because we couldn't do anything. So she passed away upon landing. So, yeah.
Yeah,
so
wow. So exactly, guys, it's a lot more than just serving coffee and tea. It's taking care of the safety of the passengers.
That's right.
So I'm sure you've met many different types of passengers. Just from the story I can see already. Any interesting or weird requests that you ever got from any weird passenger?
All the time.
Give me a few lah.
All the time. Okay, let's talk about recent events lah. Okay. My Dhaka flight. Okay. So we get this bias coming. I call them bias because I feel comfortable with them, and likewise. So they'll be like, "Sister, do you have a teh-wise limau?" I'm like, what? Teh-wise limau? Hello, Baya. this is not Mama. Those kind of things. They have funny requests, Sister, I am going to my village. I have one wife here, one wife there. My wife there want to see your photo. I said, why? You want me to be a third wife? Huh? No. Just take photo. One selfie, sister. I'm like, okay, fine. So we take selfie, right? And suddenly, the whole village is at the back. Everybody's like, okay, one, and everybody's there.
In the flight?
In the flight. I don't know how they can do it, but they will just panjat, one another, and suddenly that selfie becomes the Wi-Fi or whatever you call it. I'm like, guys, excuse me, guys, please sit down. Huh? This is not a bus. This is an Airbus. Be careful. Very, very careful. My things are there, It's very dangerous.
So you have to manage that as well, right? But I mean, maybe it might be a sensitive question. I think when you're a stewardess, right? I mean, you've got your makeup on, you're fully dressed. Have you ever had an encounter where people get a little bit handsy, for example?
Yeah. That's pretty normal, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
How do you manage that?
I'd be like, okay, one is they like to accidentally, move their hands to stretch.
It happens quite a bit.
Yeah, it happens, Okay. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. I, very small. They give those kind of excuses. It's very normal. Okay. And then the other one are with my PRC passengers, where they don't know how to call you.
Okay.
So they don't even know the existence of the call button above you. So
they
end up poking you, like really poking you. Poke. I'm like, I don't poke, call button. That kind of a thing. I do drama, by the way, when I talk to my passengers.
She's an actress, I think, part-time. So Astro, if you want to hire her, we got talent.
So I'm like, don't poke, just call me. Press the call button if you need anything. And then I'm like right there, and they'll be like, ding. And my face, tak boleh blah, because it's like, I saw you, I'm coming, just a moment, and they'll keep on pressing. So we have all these weird, funny incidents that happen on board. It's very, very normal, actually.
Okay.
But touching, like what you said earlier, yeah, that's pretty normal. But
so how do you then? I mean, do you address the issue there and then?
I do.
Okay.
And then, of course, they will try to make it look like it was an accident. So at least they're reminded that I'm aware. So don't try it again.
Okay. And most of the time, I'm assuming the discipline is there once they listen, right?
That's right.
Okay. So here's the thing. I mean, everyone says glamour, the lifestyle, the glitz is there. Traveling all the time. Yeah, that one we'll go in later, how difficult the job is. But let's talk a little bit about the challenges that you face, right?
Challenges.
Yeah. So what are the key challenges on being a stewardess or a steward?
There is a few, actually. One of it is trying to get them to sit down, during turbulence.
Okay.
That is the biggest challenge, because the more you tell them to sit, they stand. And then I have to do this drama. Sir, you don't stand, you fly, bang, bang, that kind of thing. And they just don't get you. They just want to stand. And that is the particular time they want to go to the lavatory. And I get worried when you go to the lavatory during this, turbulence period. I get very worried. I'm not sure, more worried for the passenger safety or for what's going to happen in the lavatory.
Whoops.
Yeah. So, but either ways, I get worried. And it's so difficult to get them to sit down. Fasten the seatbelt. Then we have incidences like passengers smoking on board.
You mean in this day and age, people are still smoking or vaping?
Yeah, on board. Smoking is the worst.
Smoking, like literally?
Yes, in the lavatory they smoke. And
but don't they know they get like a 10,000 fine or something like that?
They don't realize. Some of them don't realize it until the alarm goes.
Okay, so tell me about this, right? So I mean, I've never been in a flight where someone has smoked.
Yeah.
So let's assume someone's in the toilet, so they smoked. What happens next?
Then the alarm goes.
Okay, so then when the alarm goes?
And then when the alarm goes, this guy will be like, trying to pretend nothing happened. I don't know what sound. What sound is that? And then I'll be like, sir, did you smoke? No, I never smoked. Smell was there from just now. So then we will check the bin, because we have a fire extinguisher in the bin. Okay. So just in case for smoke and all that. Okay. It will extinguish by itself. Okay. So then we check, and then we find out it's it's still, a fresh bud. So we know
Okay.
it's definitely from him. And then we will give him a warning like, sir, if you actually confess, we will try to let it go this time. Yeah.
Oh.
Try to let it go. We just
Okay.
want him
Try,
to...
huh?
Yeah, we will. We just want a confession.
Yeah, so once the confession is done, you will. So what's the fine, if I'm not mistaken?
10,000? Something plus?
about
Something
that.
like that, yeah. And then you'll get caught by the ground police or something like
Okay,
that. Yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
that guy was lucky because he confessed and we wrote it in, but we didn't really report it to the police or
Got it,
whoever
got it.
because... Yeah, sometimes, bagi chan lah kan.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all make mistakes.
Exactly.
As long as you're sorry about it, it's okay.
Got it. But guys, don't take advantage of it
Yeah,
because
don't.
because you never know what's going to happen. Look, I mean, again, an ignited but things can go wrong. So
Yeah.
please don't take advantage of it.
That is very true.
know?
And not all crews are the same. Some are very nice. Some can be very, very strict. So if they see the slightest, it's like they have zero tolerance. So, yeah.
So are you the very strict one or the very nice one?
I'm in between lah, I'm in between. First is drama.
The drama, she got 5 points. I give her already.
I'm in between. It depends on the situation, depending on the person, if they're nice, But of course, if they are very, the argumentative sort and just want to pick faults with you and all, then that's a different me.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
but
it.
otherwise,
got
generally, I'm nice.
it. Yeah. Generally lah.
Generally.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Now it's a jet set lifestyle. You're in KL one day, you're in Dhaka the next, you're in Hong Kong, you're in Jakarta, wherever.
That's right.
Now, how do you manage work-life balance when you're all over the place? Like, how do you maintain the connections with your friends and your family when you're all over, the continent?
Good question. I actually have a light bulb that's in dear need of change. It's been my car for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna get it done. But other than that, I do find time actually during my off days to see my mom,
Okay.
family first.
Okay.
And like last time when my kids were here, I make it a point to see them every week during my off days. But now that they're not here, so my mom kind of understands, I'm busy with work, so I'd rather sleep more and do my own things. Plus I'm studying, so I have a lot of assignments to finish. So I'm not as free as before.
Tell us a little bit about this studying bit. So, 8 years, you're a stewardess,
Yeah.
right? But you're also studying right now.
That's right.
What are you studying?
I'm doing my master's in business administration.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long is the course?
It's about 18 months.
Okay.
I
Almost done?
Almost done. Actually, next semester will be my final semester before my thesis. It's not easy.
Yeah. That's why it's called a master's. You got to be a master,
I honestly don't know why I went into that. It's like asking for trouble, like cari pasal.
But why did you though? Like what drove you to want to do your master's?
A few things. One of it was the pandemic.
Okay.
One of it, a lot of people were retrenched during the pandemic. So I was like, oh my God, aviation stuff, a lot of them gone. Just imagine if another pandemic were to hit the country or the nation, and like, what's going to happen to us? Am I going to be, retrenched next? What? So I guess I shouldn't be flying forever. Plus, I'm not getting any younger. I got to think about my health, my back. It's not easy flying. So I got to think about so many things. So pandemic was one, and I was like, yeah, but with my diploma qualifications, I don't think I can get a better job. So, okay, you know what? Let's study lah. So that was when I checked out online some courses and everything.
Okay.
And then I was like, damn, I'm broke. How do I pay?
That happens to a lot of us lah.
Yeah.
We want to do something, check the bank account, alamak, I'm broke.
Yeah, because it's like when I had no enthusiasm to study, that time I had duit lah sikit kan. But all finished over the 2-3 years, pandemic PKP
It
time.
happens lah.
Yeah, and then when I finally wanted to study, and I was like, check my bank balance, like, it's quite alright. It's never happening, I guess.
Okay.
Until someone actually told me, hey, have you heard about this HRDF program? I was like, no.
Okay.
So basically, we have a HRDF program under AirAsia where they sponsor your education, and you will be bonded to them for the 2 years that you're studying. 18 months. Yeah.
That's okay. So you do an 18 months course and you're bonded for that 18 months.
Yeah.
And they pay
plus minus. Yeah.
They pay in totality or 50%. Oh, they
everything.
paid the entire thing.
Yeah, they pay.
Oh,
for
that's great.
everything.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you feel that with the masters, it might help with your future in AirAsia? Like maybe, do you want to be a stewardess for the rest of your career, or is there something else that you want to do with the
I'm
organization?
actually looking for other jobs internally.
Okay.
So
okay.
I have checked out a couple of jobs that I'm interested in, but they told me you finish your masters and then you can reapply. Because last time I tried to apply and they were like, but I did tell them I'm studying halfway, and they were like, you know what? You finish your masters, then you reapply.
Right. So it does provide more opportunities for you
Definitely.
as well. All right, great guys. I mean, that's another takeout for everyone out there, right?
For starters, your basic is way higher.
Just by having a master's.
Yep.
As a stewardess.
Yep. I mean, in general, your basic is higher.
Okay.
In the company, I'm talking within Asia.
Got it. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So for once, somebody can say, serve me coffee, tea. You know?
So she's waiting for all her stewardess friends. You wait lah when she's on the flight. She's gonna ask you, ding.
Yes, I will not poke. I will, just press the call button and ask for coffee, tea. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
So in AirAsia, what sectors do you cover?
Basically, the local, the domestic sectors.
Okay.
And then of course we have the neighboring countries: Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore. Cambodia, all of that. And then we have as far as Maldives.
Okay. Are you expected to cover all locations, or, as a stewardess, you're only looking at particular sectors or particular locations?
No, we have our roster which rotates
from
time to time.
So everyone will have an opportunity to go everywhere?
Definitely.
Okay.
So it's like maybe today I'm doing some domestic flight, and then tomorrow I'll be doing an international flight, maybe Thailand or India. India, we have a few,
affiliates.
stations. Yeah. So China even. It depends. It depends on the roster.
In all these locations, right, what is your favorite destination to fly to and why?
Oh, I love doing Krabi, Phuket.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of flights, because you get all those happy people on board.
Got it.
Happening people, they're going for holiday, and
and the mood is good.
Yes, and they just want to sing and dance with you, and do videos with you and laugh. So I love doing these Krabi, Phuket, even KK flights. Those people are really, really sporting. So I love doing those kind of flights lah. Yeah, people are fun.
You mentioned something, right? Like even similar to your Dhaka flight as well, where people want to take pictures and they want to take videos with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you feel uncomfortable, or is it normally okay?
It's okay. It's fine, because I feel bad, honestly, because sometimes when they approach the other crews and the other crews just, walk away, I feel sad.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's just a photo.
That's your approach. Yeah.
What harm can a photo do? I don't want to see it in the wrong website tomorrow. That's all.
Ini keluar OnlyFans ni.
So yeah, I find it harmless. Plus they're nice, so it's okay.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
You spoke about this thing called roster scheduling.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think, so as a stewardess, you have no control into where you go, right? Okay, so what are the challenges when it comes to roster scheduling? Sensitive question, I think. What are the challenges that you find?
Biggest is when you have minimum rest period. So, for example, I finish work today at 10 p.m. and then I am required to go into work tomorrow at 10 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. reporting. So that is like minimum rest. We have about 11 and a half hours of
minimum rest period.
Yeah. But to us, like, we feel we need more, because sometimes we don't calculate the times we have to drive back home, we shower, we do our own things, and then come back, we rest, we sleep, and then we come back to work, all that. Yeah, you have to put all those into account. So by the time we actually do all of that, we only have about 5-6 hours. So it's like not enough. So,
and imagine if you're staying all the way in PJ, for example.
That's gonna be very, very difficult. There are crews who live, they come from Cheras, from Subang, PJ.
Got it.
And I feel bad because they have to, travel so far. And when I ask them, how do you do it? And they're like, no, I just sleep in the bus. Very easy. If it was me, I'll just sleep for good. I cannot. So yeah,
there's another term that you use as well, right? The term is like on standby. So what does on standby mean?
Standby, basically, okay. We have two kinds of standby, right? So one is home standby, one is airport standby.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so airport standby is usually shorter than home standby. It's about 4 or 5 hours. Home standby is about 8, 9, 10 hours, depending. So they normally select the standby crews to operate a flight. For example, if a particular crew goes missing in action or does not show up for work or last minute MC or some incident that took place at work, and that crew is unable to operate that flight, so they will call up the standby crews.
The home standby lah?
Depends. If they have used up all the airport standbys, that's when they'll call the home standbys.
Oh, yeah, so there's airport standby and home standby.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you are on standby, you wouldn't know if you're airport or home.
No, we would know.
But it's up to your luck lah.
We would know. We would know
you would
because it'll be written in our roster. Yeah, whether
Okay.
we're home standby or airport standby. So usually, home standbys I don't like because there's sudden calls.
Okay.
Hello.
So what's the percentage? Let's say you're on standby, right?
Yeah.
What's the percentage of you really actually having to go to work if you're on your standby day? 50%?
Last time it used to be 75-80%. Yeah.
Wow, that's not standby, that's working.
Yeah, 75-80, and we used to get that panic attack, like, oh my god, office is calling.
Time to go to work,
Exactly. And worse when they tell you, what sector you're operating in. It's a long day. I'm like, but I'm not prepared. I haven't slept yet. So yeah, those kind of things.
Okay.
But 75 to 80 now, I would say much lesser because now they have a lot of new crews that just joined.
Okay.
From Thailand, from Indonesia, from where's that one more country? Thailand, Indonesia,
Cambodia.
Philippines.
Yes,
so
Mabuhay.
Yes, Mabuhay. Sangat. So we have those new crews here. So we are not really short of crews.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Which is good in a way. So we get to relax a bit lah.
Rest a little bit lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you love about being a stewardess? What do you like about it?
I love my passengers. They make my day. They with their drama and their never-ending stories, and they talk about their friends there. Like for example, I'm disposing the trash, and I'm like, do you have any trash to dispose? And this one particular lady will tell me, can I dispose my husband? That kind of thing. I'm like, hi. Those kind of things, like tiny humor. Those kind of things that makes my day. That's why I love my job.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
So it's very much, other than the whole, serving, safety, it's very much a people's job. You got to engage people.
Yep,
make them just feel happy at the end of the day.
That's right. At the same time, situational awareness is very, very important.
Okay, what do you mean?
Okay, for example, I see a passenger on board and she or he is coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. So we don't have this term free water on board. It's either you buy it or you bring your own water, right? But when you see someone like that on board, you're not just going to watch him cough. So probably just give him a cup of hot water, those kind of things. Like,
it's the little things.
It's the little things that matter. So yeah, this is what I feel a lot of people should have: situational awareness. Like, look at your surrounding and see what you can do to make it better. Yeah.
And are you allowed to make those calls? Do you need to go to a supervisor or as a stewardess, like, okay, if this guy needs water, I'm just going to give it to you?
Yeah. It's up to you, as long as
that's good.
You have that. You can make your own judgments. It's fine.
All right, and you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yep, that's right.
All right, man. I mean, honestly, I think today I learned quite a bit about being a stewardess. And again, we spoke about it. It's not just about serving food and coffee, right? It's a lot more than that. It's about making people happy, and that's something that you do lah. And you're quite the drama queen lah. So basically, you don't need Astro in your house. You just go to work every day. Sure, you get entertained. Correct?
I hope my company don't fire me for one day when they hear that we cruise, right? We have a certain way of doing overwing exit briefing, but I have my own way.
Oh.
Yeah, but I get all my points out. It's all there, but the whole purpose of that is for people to listen to you. Get the attention to listen to you.
But isn't it on video nowadays?
No.
Oh, it depends on the flight, I
We
assume.
have to do everything.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
yeah, we have to do everything. All the safety demos on us, plus briefing the overwing exit passengers. It's all on us. So basically, sometimes I notice some people when they explain to the passengers, they're not looking. I don't like that. I want the passengers to look and hear, listen to the instructions.
So what do you do?
So I'm like, listen up, people. Hello. I'm here to explain to you, those kind of things. So I start off like that. Although it's not in the book, but sometimes, to get the attention, you got to do some things. Yeah, and that's when they look at you, and then I look at them. You got it? Yeah? Very good. And then I go. Yeah.
Well done. So, Media Prima and Astro, I'm her manager. So, if you need a host, you can call me on the podcast lah. I will team this one for you. No problem. Very good. Ada training. Baik punya,
That's why when my friends in Malaysian Airlines, they told me, why don't you join Malaysian Airlines? No. You guys are too classy. I cannot. Because you guys are so quiet, humble, very ladylike, and that's not me.
Yeah.
I have a way of talking to my passengers, which in Malaysian Airlines, I think you're not allowed to do, or maybe they don't practice that at all. Like for AirAsia, it's more of a fun and friendly airline. So I do things like, for example, when we land into a certain destination, I'll look at my passengers, yoo-hoo, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to land. Window shades up, please look at the world. Yeah, those kind of things, which I think certain airlines, they don't really do that. So yeah, that's why I like where I am and whatever I do.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you just want to make your passengers happy. You just want to make sure that you create these memories for them, so they remember like, hey, I had a really good flight.
Yeah, and it makes it more better when you go through because I do TikTok live, right? So when I'm on TikTok live,
influencer ni.
Tak adalah, bila boring kan kita buat lah kan. So when I'm on my TikTok live, and then when passengers who were on your previous flights and then come and say, hey, I was in your flight, it's so intense, and I'm like, okay, which flight was this? Okay, but thank you. That kind of thing. So it's like they remember. Yeah, we see different people every day, so probably we don't really remember, but they remember you. That's a big thing. I love that. So yeah.
Have you ever had a flight where you had definitely your friends and your family on board, and how do you then manage that?
I don't talk to them.
So next time I'm in your flight, I keep quiet lah.
No, family only. I don't talk to them. It's like, don't disturb me, I'm on duty. That kind of thing. Don't talk to me. But if it was my friends, which I had a few friends on board actually, I would do things like, write on the napkin, and like, welcome to flight so and so, and then I'll give them coffee. I make for them coffee, some snacks, and I'll give it to them. And they're like, is this part of AirAsia? Complimentary?
Part of me. Mak bayar.
Kan, mak yang buat. AirAsia, no. I'm with AirAsia, but this is me. Macam tu.
That's nice to hear. I mean, honestly, Shona, I learned quite a bit today. Like, you are so passionate about what you do, and you're right. AirAsia as a brand suits you as an individual, right? And yeah, I'm just glad to hear these stories, and I'm so happy that you're passionate about what you do and you love what you do. And I wish you nothing but success after this, and all the best after the Masters. Hopefully jadi CEO lah.
Creep moment.
Oh no.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, looking ahead, right? If there's anyone out there who wants to start their career as a steward or a stewardess, right? What advice would you give them?
The first advice is, because of the current generation, they're a bit different, yeah? So I would tell them, don't be such a spoiled brat. I would use that. I'm a very straightforward person.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So I'll tell them, don't be such a spoiled brat, because the new generation that has come to the company, they cannot kena marah.
Yes, that one we all know.
That one, not only in my company, anywhere lah.
Yes,
Everywhere and anywhere you go, right? So whenever they want to learn something and then they get scolded, they make a big deal about it and they complain. So for me, in general, I think just learn from your mistakes. If people scold you, could advise you, could take it in with a positive approach. Like trying to make changes, better yourself. Yeah, that is what I would advise them. Because if you are not going to take in all the scolding now, you're never going to better yourself. Because when I started off, there were senior crews that used to even throw and fling the what do you call the trays?
No.
Yeah. This is just minor stuff. I mean, we're talking bigger companies like MES and all. They're more strict. So it's normal. Hospitality, this is very, very normal. But this generation, they don't understand. You know, for them, you cannot scold me. If you must scold me, tell me nicely, slow talk. And I'm like, ayo.
So you got to build that resilience lah.
Yes, you got to be very resilient. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Alamak. So basically that you gotta have more common sense. You gotta think out of the box. You gotta, have, like I said, situational awareness.
Yep.
Don't just come to work because, okay, my work requires me to do this and this and this. So anything other than this, I'm not gonna do so. No lah. Try to go all out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I would advise the crews,
Okay, what are the qualities that, anyone who wants to be a stewardess, right, to be successful, what are the qualities or personality traits that they should have?
Willing to take risk.
Okay, willing to take risk.
Yeah, because it's very risky, our job. So willing to take risk. Resilient.
Aye.
And, vigilant.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically that lah.
Okay.
And then you have a strong character, personality. You're confident. Not people ask you something and then you macam wait I come back like that. Cannot, like you goreng something lah,
Yes.
Janji, something comes out from your mouth.
Got it. So confidence is key.
Confidence is key. Yeah.
Okay.
So without that, a bit susah lah.
Got it. Well, thanks, Shona. Now we'll go to some fun stuff. I got a few questions here. I got some myths about flying. All right. So let's see if you can solve the myth. Bust the myth. First one is, you see, why is it the stewardess always wear extra thick makeup when they're going on the flight? Is it something to do with the altitude that impacts your skin or something? Why?
No. Nothing to do with that.
Oh, no.
Sometimes it's a company requirement. You're grooming. You have to have thick makeup. Like for my company, we are required to have thick makeup on so that, we don't look like as though we've got one scar here and huge pores here. And so we're supposed to cover all of that.
Okay. Got it. So nothing to do with altitude. It's just the standard of the organization.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Okay. Second myth. Is it true that the food is extra salty? Because again, when I'm in high altitude, my taste perception is different.
Yeah.
So that's true.
Yeah.
So if I take the airline food out, like when I'm on ground, when you eat it, you cannot eat.
It's biasa je. Like I'll give you a very good example.
Okay.
A very simple good example. Try having, the Maggi cup?
Okay.
Curry. Try having it on board and try having it on ground.
So what's the difference?
I don't know how to explain it, but when you have that Maggi cup on board, right, it suddenly tastes like the best Maggi in the world lah.
Sales girl ni.
Ya betul lah I cakap. The soup suddenly is like the most lah sedap punya soup. I don't know how. Padahal benda tu sama je. I just had it on ground, But I don't know how, the difference. I mean, how it affects the taste buds, I really don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part out.
But it's true though, you feel it.
It's very true. Especially with Maggi. Trust me, try it.
Okay guys, so AirAsia, next time you pre-order the Maggi.
Maggi cup curry. It's way nicer up there than on ground.
What do you hate the most about your job?
Hate the most.
Or dislike lah, maybe hate is too strong. What do you dislike the most about your job?
The mess in the lavatory.
Oh, wait, whose job is that to clean?
Ours.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So guys, please be neat lah when you're doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah. That's the scariest part. It's a nightmare. You see, things that you don't want to see everywhere.
So
scary.
Is it the role of the most junior stewardess to do it, or you guys rotate?
I don't draw lines, so we just rotate.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
everyone has to do it, right?
Yeah, there are some people who will get the juniors to do it, but normally we just give it.
Which is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say if I take your phone now.
Yeah.
Okay, and I open your Spotify.
Yeah.
What are the top 3 songs or bands that you're listening to right now?
Bands. Right now.
Or songs lah.
I have I think I have Barracuda right on top.
Barracuda?
Yeah, by heart.
Yeah,
because
I love that song.
Because I need that to go to work early in the morning. I need a good start.
Okay, Barracuda is good.
Yeah, so that one I remember right at the top. Yeah, I listen to basically rock kind of music in the mornings because I need to wake up
to get the energy lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, normal songs lah, Bruno Mars lah, all the chick flick kind of songs in between.
But you passed the test lah. I think Barracuda number 1, perfect. That's my kind of jam, girl.
I need to wake up, you see, for a 4 o'clock flight. Yeah, Barracuda it is. Yeah, so that's...
What else do you do for fun? I mean, again, because time is a premium for you. You're always busy, you're always working, you're flying. But other than flying, what do you do to unwind? What do you do for fun?
We normally go hiking. When I say we, my colleagues.
Okay.
And I will live nearby. Sometimes we go hiking. Or we just chill and have a drinking session.
Okay.
We go for movies.
Typical lepak.
Typical lepak because we're so tired, To be honest, we don't even know what day it is today. Seriously.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it took me a while to get that registered in my head. Actually, really. We have that issue. We don't even know what day it is. And we just lepak just for the sake of, chilling. And not thinking about work. That's what we do. And then some of us like, do we have work tomorrow? Oh shit, we have work tomorrow. Okay, bye guys, gotta go. Like that lah.
That's life lah. All right.
Yeah, everybody works different days. Kan? How I wish our job is like from Mondays to Fridays, 9 to 5. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
So, if you weren't flying, right? What do you think you'll be doing with your life?
Either I would be back in the PR company.
Fair.
Because that will keep me really, really, really occupied, which is what I need. Either that, or maybe I would be teaching somewhere something. I don't know,
okay. Yeah, I can see that. So last question, and I always ask this to all my guests, right? Because I mean, I'm a little bit big, so I like to eat lah. So what are the 3 best things for you to eat, and where can we get them? It doesn't matter. It can be here in KL, Malaysia, or like when you fly or something like that.
Okay, well, for starters, we have really good banh mi shop in Nilai. Like a really
Nilai.
Yeah, it's really good and it's both halal and not halal as well.
Okay.
But it's really, really good.
Okay.
And the queue is long sometimes, but it's in Nilai. And then if you want, let's step out of Malaysia a bit lah. If you go to Pekanbaru, and you can buy their risoles.
What's that?
It's basically minced chicken, minced veggie, potatoes all smashed up, and then they stir fry it.
Oh, like a bergedel.
Something like a bergedel, something like that. But it's very tasty. You eat it with chili padi.
In Pekanbaru.
Yeah.
And the chili padi is next level?
Yeah. So you just take one bite lah. You don't have to finish the whole chili padi because that one bite will cover for the whole risoles lah. So basically that one is very, very
I like that. Risoles in Pekanbaru.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Pekanbaru. And then we have Breyani in Trichy. The Breyani is so delicious.
Like different from our Breyani here?
Definitely. It's very rich.
Okay, is it Pakistani level Breyani or... Okay, normally Pakistan and Indian very sensitive because they always start war, so I don't want to say. But is it really good?
It's really good, a little bit spicy, very rich in flavors. The spices they use can new level. And then after that they give you a small container of raita, like yogurt, onion yogurt.
Then
like
you put it on the rice lah.
It's up to you lah, but I normally take it last so that it'll ease my tummy after eating all of that.
Okay.
So the Trichy one is yummy.
Trichy Breyani.
Breyani.
Okay.
And then basically the risoles from Pekanbaru and the ice cream from Krabi or Phuket, whichever that we go to.
Ice cream?
Yeah, the blizzard ice cream, the matcha ice cream, so sedap.
Oh yes,
sedap sangat. I'm not really an ice cream fan, but that one is really nice. Sedap, creamy. Ayo.
So you all know lah. How you can maintain your figure like that? Everywhere you go, you show makan, right?
Yeah.
Susah. If I was a steward, gone. 120 kilos, easy.
No, but if you see suddenly Shona Roy is walking up and down the cabin, kan? Up, down, lah. She's trying to burn all the
ice cream.
Yeah. So we eat nicely, enjoy everything. Then we be workout.
No, but it makes sense. It is a physically demanding job. You're not sitting down. You're like what you said, you know, you got to watch out for your back. You're always on your feet. You're up and down. So yeah, you're working those calories.
Yeah.
How many steps do you think you take? You ever check it out?
Yeah, I do. About 10,000.
Easily.
10,000.
Got it.
Which is good.
That's good. Yeah. So honestly, Shona, thank you so much. Today has been a very good session. Like I said, I've learned so much about you. You know, thank you for sharing your story. Now, if people want to know more about you or understand a little bit more about, you know, being a stewardess, you know, how can they connect with you?
They can connect with me via TikTok.
Okay. What's your handle?
Pramagari Roy.
Okay. We'll add that. So on TikTok lah.
TikTok, that's right. Yeah. Or IG, which is Shanze.
Okay. I'll add that.
But I prefer TikTok because IG is more personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just put the TikTok lah. Huh?
TikTok is for everybody and anybody lah. We be friend lah.
This is what influencer ni.
Tak ada lah. Saja drama.
Alright, thank you so much. Alright guys.
Thank you, Amil, for having me.
You're most welcome and thanks for being here. And guys, you've had it another episode of Find the Real, where I believe everyone has a story, and catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Bye-bye.